From last lecture, we have started unit number 6, our last topic, last unit, partial differential equation. In previous lecture, we have seen the motivation behind learning this topic. After that, we came across classification of partial differential equation. And now, in today's lecture, we are going to cover one of the technique to solve partial differential equation. Okay, so we'll start with some fundamental, थोड़ा basic cover करेंगे, and then we will jump on to the actual technique. So we have seen that the partial differential equations are categorized in three groups: elliptical, hyperbolic, and parabolic. And after that, to solve them, to solve those partial differential equation, we need some either initial value or boundary condition. But specifically for partial differential equation, the condition for boundaries or the values at boundary are given, and then we solve them, solve the partial differential equation based on the given boundary condition. In ordinary differential equation, we used to have initial values, and in partial differential equation we have values at the boundary. Okay, now based on category or nature of equation, different method, different techniques are used. Okay, now today we are going to see one of the technique, that is finite difference technique, to solve partial differential equation. Now in that finite difference technique, what we do, assume that we have one region, a region R, for the analysis. So in finite difference technique, we divide this region into number of part, number of segments. Let's assume that the segment width or thickness created in x direction is h, and you can have variation of the width of that particular element or division in y direction k. अलग अलग ले सकते हो. It's based on the user definition or user requirement. Next, one of the terminology you need to understand is a mesh. So whatever region you have, and then after that you have divided that region into number of segments. Okay, so the structure you get is called as a mesh. The structure is called as a mesh, and intersection of this division, these points are called as mesh points, nodal points, or grid points. In finite element method, the same nodes are same point, intersection points are popularly called as a nodal points. In finite difference technique, you can call them as a mesh point, nodal points, or grid point. Okay, now we'll proceed further. In previous lecture we have seen partial differential equation के तीन classification थे. देखो, based on the value you obtained by solving b square minus 4ac. If this value is less than 0, so whatever differential equation we are handling, we categorize that as a elliptical equation. अगर इसी का वैल्यू 0 आया, बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac, तो हमने उसको बोला था कि इट इज अ पैराबोलिक इक्वेशन. एंड इफ यू ऑब्टेन बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac ग्रेटर देन 0, उसको बोलते हाइपरबोलिक इक्वेशन. ठीक है, देन टू ट्रीट द elliptical equation there is a different technique, different methodology. पैराबोलिक के लिए अलग है, हाइपरबोलिक के लिए अलग है. ठीक है, so now in today's class we will concentrate only on the first category of partial differential equation, that is elliptical equation. Okay, now there are two examples of elliptic partial differential equation. One is Poisson's equation and second one is Laplace equation. Okay, the equation, if you observe, is almost similar to each other. You can implement the similar kind of technique to solve both of them. Okay, so let's concentrate on, because in our syllabus we have included Laplace equation. So let's see the procedure how to solve Laplace equation, Laplace partial differential equation. Okay, now from previous slide you came to know that जो भी आपका रीजन है, कंपोनेंट है, ठीक है, उसको डिवाइड करना है आपको. Assume that the division is made something like this. Now the variable b is used for boundary condition. ठीक है, तो boundary condition we consider that these values are known to us. Basically most of the time the conditions at boundaries are known to us, and our aim here will be calculating values of u. That means जो भी आपका फंक्शन है, ठीक है, डिपेंडिंग फंक्शन, डिपेंडिंग पैरामीटर, तो उसका वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना है आपको नोडल पॉइंट में. सो u इज अ डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल, और यू कैन से इट्स अ अननोन पैरामीटर. आपको यही फाइंड करना है, ये u वाला वैल्यूज कैलकुलेट करना है. ओके, now if you refer any book you will find sometimes confusing things. थोड़ा आपको confusion हो सकता है वहां पे. Don't worry, even if the variable equations seems complex, if you look at the procedure or technique, बहुत ही आसान है, बहुत ही easy है. देखो, okay, so in next slide you will realize कि भाई कितना easy से solve कर सकते हो आप. Okay, now if you look at this figure, we have implemented finite difference technique. We have divided the component or a region, and we got nodal points or mesh points. Okay, and we need to solve the given Laplace equation, partial differential equation, to satisfy this condition and get the unknown values u. ठीक है, बहुत ये जो नोडल पॉइंट है वहां पे आपको u वैल्यूज चाहिए. टू गेट अ बेटर फील, एज्यूम करो कि एक प्लेट है. देखो, this is a plate and you have supplied heat to this plate, and there is a conduction and convection happening, and our aim is to calculate temperature distribution in this plate. कि भाई यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर कितना कितना होगा at various location. Okay, so t is the output variable. Okay, in this function it is denoted by u. ठीक है, u is generalized term, generalized variable use. उसकी जगह आप एज्यूम करो कि भाई टेम्परेचर कैलकुलेट करना है आपको, and this temperature is a function of लोकेशन, स्पेस डोमेन, x एंड y रीजन. ठीक है, हमने सिर्फ 2D डायग्राम लिया है तो दो ही लेते हैं, x और y लेते हैं. सो t इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ x, y. तो आपको टेम्परेचर कैलकुलेट करना है एट वेरियस लोकेशन. इतना सिंपल प्रॉब्लम है आपके पास. एंड व्हाट यू नो इज थर्मल कंडक्टिविटी, द प्रॉपर्टी, स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी एंड एटसेट्रा. along with that you know कि भाई यहाँ पे बाउंड्री पे कितना टेम्परेचर है. ये आपका एजम्पशन है या आपको गिवन डेटा होगा, और आपको कैलकुलेट करना है कि भाई टेम्परेचर एट दीज नोडल पॉइंट्स. ओके, नाउ हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस. अब बीच में एक डेरिवेशन आता है जो हमने स्किप कर दिया है. यू हैव दिस पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, Laplace equation. Okay, then you implement a difference approximation जो हमने दिखा था. देखो इंटरपोलेशन प्रॉब्लम में डिफरेंस मेथड, न्यूटन्स difference method. So by implementing that difference method and replacing that for that derivative, given derivative, you will obtain the equation something like this. Okay, simple form में u of I comma j is equal to 1 by 4 into summation of various terms of u's. Okay, so u I minus 1 comma j, I plus 1 comma j, I comma j plus 1, I comma j minus 1. Okay, now I highly recommend do not remember this formula. Okay, आप क्या करो, आप यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट पे फोकस करो and it will be very easy to solve the numerical of Laplace equation or elliptical equation. ठीक है, now even if you try to remember this, just forget it and look at the next part and understand the concept. So just imagine आपने एक छोटा सा एलिमेंट और पार्ट ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम पे फोकस किया है, देखो. एंड हियर देयर आर how many 9 nodal points. Okay, so u1 u2 u3 u4 u5 u6 u7 u8 u9. So these are nodal points. ठीक है, now what is this standard 5-point formula says, or this previous formula? बहुत ही easy है. This previous formula suggests that the value of u can be easily calculated by taking average of neighboring elements, values at neighboring elements. Okay, so if you look at this equation and assume करो आपको u5 calculate करना है. Okay, so standard 5-point formula क्या बोलता है कि u5 is nothing but average of neighboring 4 nodes, neighboring 4 mesh points. ठीक है, so simply this u5 is equal to average of 4 points. Okay, so 4 point का average लेना है तो summation of all the data divided by 4 करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so इसके neighbor कौन कौन से, देखो u4 plus u6 plus u2 plus u8. So these are 4 neighbors of u5. ओके, तो सिंपली क्या करो, इन चारों का समेशन करो and divided by 4, take the average. That is approximate value of u5. Okay, so this Laplace equation or elliptical equation is simple like this. Implement the standard 5-point formula. यहाँ पे 5 point है, so कोई भी एक point. Okay, so for example here u5, the value of u5 is just an average of values of neighboring 4 points. जो नेबर वाले 4 points है उसका एवरेज है. ओके, सिंपल लग रहा है. ओके, along with that you have another option. So see, for u5 this u2 u4 u6 and u8 are the neighbors. Along with that one can say कि भाई ये सर ये u1 u3 u9 and u7 भी उसके नेबर है, वो भी चलेगा. ओके, सो वी कॉल दैट एज ए diagonal 5-point formula. That is your diagonal 5-point formula. So for this case you can calculate u5 for the second case. Focus on the second case, diagonal 5-point. तो आपने आप बोलोगे सर diagonal लेते चलेगा. So it's the average of 1/4 summation of u1 u3 u7 and u9. Okay, so one can take average of diagonal elements or average of lateral or longitudinal element. horizontal and vertical ले सकते हो या फिर आप क्या करो diagonal ले लो. Okay, but it has been observed that this diagonal 5-point formula is little bit inferior to the standard 5-point formula. Standard 5-point formula is more accurate than the diagonal 5-point formula. Okay, so student remember, जहां पे भी possible होगा वहां पे आप क्या करोगे, standard 5-point formula यूज करो. ओके, एंड जहां पे आपको possible ही नहीं है, ठीक है, और आपको आपने ऑब्जर्व किया कि भाई अगर आपको u5 कैलकुलेट करना है and this u2 u4 u6 u8 are not available there or they are the unknowns. ठीक है, and readily u1 u3 u7 u9 these are available. ये अगर आपके पास है तभी go for diagonal 5-point element, 5-point formula. Okay, so prefer to go for standard 5-point formula, and only in rare cases go for diagonal 5-point formula. Okay, so up to this in this lecture, if you remember only this concept, आपका most of the problem is already solved. Around 50 to 60% of the problem you will be easily solved. Okay, थोड़ा आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसको अच्छे से implement करना पड़ेगा to your numerical. So this is one of the important slide, remember. Okay, now आपको क्या होता है यहाँ पे, we know that we are studying numerical method. Numerical method gives us approximate result. ठीक है, यहाँ पे error आने वाला है, and most of the time we are dealing with iterative method. So the method right now which we are learning is also iterative method. So after this you need to perform number of iterations, number of calculation, redo करना पड़ता है to refine your values, to reduce the error in your solution. So to solve that, to do those iteration, there are two methods. One is Jacobi's method and second one is जो हमें already पता है, देखो, Gauss-Seidel method. Gauss-Seidel method which we have covered in second unit simultaneous equation. Okay, so you all know about the Gauss-Seidel method. We are going to implement that, and बहुत ही easy है, देखो आगे वाला part. So Gauss-Seidel method implement करना है to get to our answer. Okay, so again there might be some issues, sir कैसे actually कैसे solve करते problem. So let's look at one example, and we are going to solve this numerical for around 2 iteration. Okay, so read the problem statement carefully. Given the values of u of x comma y on the boundary of the square in the figure. Okay, so boundary दिया है and square region दिया है आपको. This u of x comma y satisfy the Laplace equation. So here आपको पता चल जाएगा कि भाई कौन सी टेक्निक यूज करनी है. तो आपको इलिप्टिकल इक्वेशन की या लैपलास इक्वेशन की टेक्निक यूज करनी है. At the pivotal points, at the pivotal points मतलब ये वाला point, nodal points, mesh point, grid point, pivotal point. सो सिंपल है. प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट में क्या बोला है कि भाई लैपलास इक्वेशन सॉल्व करो. मतलब अभी जो सीखा ना हमने स्टैंडर्ड 5-point मेथड एंड डायगोनल 5-point मेथड फॉर्मूला. बाय यूजिंग दोस फॉर्मूला कैलकुलेट u1, u2, u3 and u4, and to do iteration to refine your solution, implement Gauss-Seidel method. Okay, so let's start with that. Now if you start with the step number 1. Okay, now this is not the iteration number 1. Okay, so it's a step number 1. Step number 1 में क्या करना है आपको, you have to calculate initial values or raw values of u1, u2, u3 and u4. कहीं से कुछ भी करके आपको u1, u2, u3, u4 कैलकुलेट करना है. And after that in step number 2 you are going to do iterations. Okay, so step number 1 में हम initial values calculate करेंगे. Okay, and after that we will perform iterations. Now iterations के लिए we are going to implement Gauss-Seidel method. ज्यादा कुछ डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, डोंट वरी, बहुत ही आसान पार्ट है ये. सो इनिशियल वैल्यूज कैलकुलेट करने. ओके, सो ट्राई करते हैं. पहले हमें फॉर्मूला पता है, देखो कि भाई अगर इफ आई वांट टू कैलकुलेट u1 वैल्यू, u1 इज नथिंग बट एवरेज ऑफ वैल्यूज ऑफ नाइबरिंग नोडल पॉइंट, नेबर वाले नोड्स. ओके, सो नेबर वाला कौन कौन है, देखो u1 के लिए दिस 2000 plus 1000 plus u2 plus u3. So this will be your formula कि by 1k plus 2000 plus u2 plus u3. Okay, so by using this you will calculate u1, but the problem is कि भाई यहाँ पे u2 भी पता नहीं, u3 भी पता नहीं है, राइट। सो ये आपका जो स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला था वो तो फेल हो रहा है, देखो। ओके, सो नाउ गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट फॉर्मूला जो मैंने बताया था कि थोड़ा एरर वाला है, इनएक्यूरेट है। दैट वाज डायगोनल। सो दिस डायगोनल u1, चलो u1 के लिए डायगोनल फॉर्मूला इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं, डायगोनल 5 पॉइंट फॉर्मूला। सो u1 इक्वल टू 1/4। ओके, सो u1 के डायगोनल क्या है, देखो 1000 प्लस 2000 प्लस 1000 u4। ओके, सो 2000 प्लस 1000 प्लस 1000 4000 plus u4. Okay, now in this equation u4 is unknown and u1 we would like to calculate. ठीक है, तो मतलब यहाँ पे भी प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है आपको। So how to proceed, because I cannot implement standard formula और diagonal formula, दोनों फेल हो रहे। Okay, but if you look at the standard formula there were two unknowns, u2 and u3. In diagonal formula only u4 is unknown. Okay, so as we are working on the initial step, let's assume that u4 is 0, u4 is equal to 0। ठीक है, and if you look at the figure also, देखो u4 यहाँ पे भी 0 है, यहाँ पे भी 0 है, यहाँ पे भी 0 है। okay, so compare that with in remaining values। ठीक है, so okay, so there is one query, can't we get two equations and equate them for u1 and u4? Yes, you can have four equations and then you solve them simultaneously. Okay, and that's what we are going to do, right? So just look at the procedure, बहुत ही easy जाएगा आपको ये। Whenever you are getting this kind of thing, I'll give you two things, two note point। अगर आपको ऐसा ग्रेड मिला, कोई भी एक वैल्यू, कोई भी एक u है ना, assume that u equal to 0। so u1 u2 u3 u4 कौन सा भी ले लो, doesn't matter, because after some time, after doing some iteration वो correct हो जाएगा, it will get corrected, no worry। then second point क्या है, if you are getting more grids, बहुत ज्यादा grids है, तो exactly जो center वाला point होगा ना, center वाला, assume that u equal to 0। and you will get to know that when you solve a larger problem। okay, now so here to calculate u1 u2 u3 and u4, let's assume u4 equal to 0। okay, and that is not a rule, आप कुछ भी ले सकते हो, आप u1 equal to 0 से भी start कर सकते हो। okay, but for me it looks like this u4 is actually the lowest value। so let's assume u4 equal to 0। okay, so u4 equal to 0 assume किया है। now again come back to u1 calculate करेंगे। now for u1 don't again implement the standard formula, instead go for diagonal formula। क्योंकि देखो diagonal में अब all values are known, 2000 1000 1000 and 0। okay, so if you take the average u1 will come as a 1000। now remember this u1 is equal to 1000। और मैंने बताया था, देखो डायगोनल फॉर्मूला, जब स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला वर्क नहीं हो रहा तभी जाके आपको डायगोनल फॉर्मूला यूज करना है, अदरवाइज ऑलवेज prefer to use standard formula. Now, if you calculate U2, अब next step में आप क्या करोगे? U2 calculate करोगे. U2, now implement standard formula. So standard formula U2 के लिए क्या होगा? Average of 1000 plus 5000 plus 1000 plus 0. Okay, so 1 by 4. This 1000 plus 500 plus 1000 plus 0. Okay, so you will get an average of 625. Okay, अगर कहीं पे डाउट होगा तो प्लीज आस्क. So U4 is equal to 0, U1 is equal to 1000 and U2 625. Okay, so next calculate U3. Now U3 will be 1000 plus 2000 plus 0 plus 500. So U3 we obtained is 875. Okay, now अब देखो U1 U2 U3 अवेलेबल है. U4 we have assumed that the U4 is equal to 0. Okay, so जो आपने assumption किया है, let's correct that assumption. So calculate U4 again instead of assuming it. So U4 will be equal to average of 875 plus 625 plus 0 plus 0. Okay, so by implementing standard formula, you got U4 equal to 375. Okay, so update this, instead of 0, 375. Now look at this slide, and if you have any kind of doubt, please ask. So in this step, you have obtained some initial values of U1, U2, U3 and U4. Okay. Now for the next step, we are going to start with iterations. अब आगे जाके हम iterations चालू करेंगे. ठीक है. Okay. So again we are going to perform same thing. Gauss Seidel में देखो ऐसे ही करते थे. देखो, the values which we don't know, we assume them as a 0. And then we calculated U1, उसके बाद U2, U3, जो भी values पता नहीं उसको 0 assume करके आगे जाते थे in Gauss Seidel's method. And here also we have done the same thing. For calculating U1, U4 was not available, so we have assumed U4 equal to 0 and proceeded with the calculation. Okay, so let's proceed with the next part. Iteration number 1. So in iteration number 1, we are going to refine the result. Okay, now we are going to calculate U1 again. Now don't use diagonal formula because U1 calculate करना है देखो आपको, and we know U2 1000, 2000 and U3 सभी चीजें पता है आपको, right? So U1 was 1000, U2 was, एक minute, I forgot, 625, 875. So okay, somewhere I'll write it down. U1 1000, U2 625, U3 875 and U4 equal to 375. Okay, so now we need to calculate U1. Implement the formula of standard implement standard 5-point formula. So U1 will be equal to 1000 plus 2000 plus U2 which is 625 plus u3 875. Okay, so do the summation, take the average. u1 new or updated u1 is 1125. Okay, so using गॉस सीडल मेथड क्या करो, अपडेट करो, u1 को अपडेट करेंगे नाउ विद द करंट वैल्यू, कितना आया है 1125. ओके, नेक्स्ट we will calculate u2. okay, so for u2 this u1 1000 मत लो, अब अपडेट करो उसको 1125. so u2 will be equal to 1125 plus 500 plus 1000 plus u4. u4 कितना है 375. okay, so you get u2 value, and similarly you will calculate u3. now for u3, u1 plus 2000 plus u4 plus 500, right? So then you will get u3. u4 u3 कितना है देखो 1000 आया था प्लस 0 प्लस u2. ओके, सो लेटेस्ट u2 कितना है 750 plus 0, so 437.5. okay, so let's update all those. so u1 1125, u2 750, u3 1000, and u4 437.5. now see the improvement. You started with u4 equal to 0 से start किया था, and now it got corrected up to 437.5. okay, so convergence rate in Gauss-Seidel formula is faster. okay, so you can proceed like this. so iteration number 2 फिर से वही करोगे, and I don't think there are some there might be any doubt. but again u2 sorry, iteration number 2 I'll demonstrate again. so this u1, you again start with u1 calculation. so u1 will be equal to 1000 plus 2000 plus u2 plus u3. now here u2 you need to take 750 and u3 1000. so you got u1 equal to 1187.5. okay, and always remember use updated values. okay, so updated values. so for example when you calculate u2 will be equal to average of u1 which is 1187.5 plus उसके बाजू वाला कौन सा है और 500 प्लस ऊपर वाला 1000 प्लस नीचे वाला u4 कितना है देखो 437.5. that's it. so similarly you will calculate now u2, u3 and u4. okay, so because in end semester examination also we are not going to ask you to do 10 iteration or 5 iteration. we are going to ask you only up to 2 iteration or 1 iteration. so we are going to stop here. These will be your answer. okay, so final answer for iteration number 2. if 4-5 iteration पूछे तो आप क्या करोगे, इसी को कंटिन्यू करोगे. okay, are there any doubts? if somebody wants me to
सर वो कैलकुलेटर पे डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन कर सकते हैं क्या अपन लोग इसका, लाइक कैलकुलेटर यूज करके इटरेशन सॉल्व कर सकते क्या?
नहीं, क्या होता है कैलकुलेटर में हर एक फॉर्मूला यानी हर एक वैल्यू अपडेट होती रहती है। देखो, वी आर नॉट हैविंग कंसिस्टेंट सेम फॉर्मूला, हर एक इसमें वैल्यूज चेंज होते जा रहे। सो दैट्स व्हाई आई हैवंट डेमोन्स्ट्रेटेड यूज ऑफ कैलकुलेटर। इंस्टेड गो विद द सिंपल वन। अगर फिर भी आपको थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन है how I solve this numerical, what I do, I on to rough side or in my answer book I draw this diagram. Okay, ये डायग्राम मैं पेन से निकाल लेता हूँ, एंड देन u1 u2 u3 एंड u4 ये पेंसिल से सॉल्व करता हूँ। सो पहले मैं क्या करूंगा, u1 को कैलकुलेट करूंगा 1000 प्लस 2000 प्लस u2 जो भी ओल्ड वैल्यू है मेरे पास, u2 प्लस u3, इसका एवरेज निकल के यहाँ पे लिख दूंगा। ओके, then I'll erase the existing value of u2, इसको इरेज कर देता हूं, फिर इसका एवरेज निकाल लेता हूं and update it here only because in exam I need to show only one iteration और initial values। उसके बाद मुझे क्या करना है, सिर्फ iteration नंबर 1 में u1 u2 u3 u4 कितना आता है, ये पूरा फॉर्मूला लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है। You can directly write u1 equal to this much, u2 equal to this much, u3 equal to this much. Okay, so in a single diagram I go on calculating the data, वहीं के वहीं मैं अपडेट करते जाता हूँ इरेजर और पेंसिल यूज करके। ठीक है, आई डोंट नो एनी अदर वे। Okay, so if you don't have any doubt, what you do, try to solve this numerical. Okay, so I'll send you the link of Google form which will record the attendance as well as answer of this. Okay, now answer क्या करो, घर पे जाके बाद में आप iteration 2 3 4 5 solve करो, but right now do it only for one iteration. ठीक है, so you start with initial values, assume करो कि भाई ये जो पॉइंट है u4 इज इक्वल टू 0, सो इनिशियल वैल्यूज u4 0 एज्यूम करो, कैलकुलेट u1 u2 u3 and then update u4. Okay, and after that do one more do iteration number 1. So in iteration number 1 again you are going to solve for u1 u2 u3 and u4. गूगल फॉर्म में क्लियरली लिखो u1 इक्वल टू दिस मच, u2 इक्वल टू दिस मच, u3 u4 इक्वल टू वैल्यूज। ओके, सो सॉल्व करो, ट्राई करके देखो, स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला और डायगोनल फॉर्मूला, बस इतना ही आपको कंसेप्ट पता होना चाहिए, यू विल बी एबल टू सॉल्व दिस न्यूमेरिकल। Start working on this. I'll send you guys a link. So the link is sent to you in the chat window. Please solve the numerical, enter your attendance after one iteration. And if you have solved the numerical, entered the roll number, you can leave the session. आप जा सकते हो. That's it. In the next lecture, we will look at another type of method. So thank you guys.